want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. I touch it unless that somebody's me. I gotta be there, there ain't no other way. To the top on your day, never wanna play the game. I gotta be. Good afternoon. Welcome to my live broadcast, unscheduled, but it doesn't matter. So this is Sharon Weller coming to you live from Perth, Australia. Thanks for joining me today. I thought I will do a special one, especially, and I think I've just clicked off the wrong tab. So my topic today is the resignation of all the leaders that was called for yesterday, or in Perth's time, that would have been late, very late yesterday afternoon. So I wanted to go through that now. So while I am talking to you, I will bring that up. I wonder if I can bring that up. I knew I had clicked on the wrong one. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and bring up our TBC.info page where it is all happening. Yes, I thought I had done it. It's okay. I'll be very quick about this. I thought I had done. What I've done is I don't know if I can share the screen because why can't I share the screen? Of course I can share the screen. Okay, let me just think about what I've just done. Because when I turned off the music, I actually closed the website by mistake, which was a very dumb idea, which means I think I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I knew I had it somewhere. So we're in that screen. I don't want that screen. I want this screen. Oh, what's the Hangouts? I just hope that you can see the screen, everybody. So I had this all set up, but like I said, when I turned off the music, I turned off everything. So, which was a real dumb idea, unfortunately. So I'm just going to stop that so nobody sees my passwords. And then go through this. Sorry about this, everybody. Yes, so there was a message that came out that TBC admin had put out yesterday in the billioncoin.info. And I don't know about you, but I was quite shocked to read that new post. It was a call for all TBC leaders to resign or step down from their posts. But as soon as I get this website up and running, I can read it properly. So, which is really, really interesting because it makes me, it brings up the questions as to what next, especially as we've just gone into our TBC 009 web wallets. It brings up some exciting questions. It brings up some very interesting questions as to which way is admin taking us. So now, okay, I turned it off, but how do I turn it back on again? So here it is here. I have called for the resignation of all the official leaders in TBC. Do not be alarmed as we restructure TBC into what it is meant to be. Our organisation is growing up and maturing, and we no longer have need for. Whoa. So there we are, people. These are all the faces of the TBCs and the countries and the membership numbers that, that are there. There's Randy, I think that's Dan Ewa, Doc Dan Lutz, Carrie Whitefish Lady, Mbae. What's that, Mbae? Oh, so sorry. Anyway, and Michael Elu. So I'll just carry on reading. Do not be alarmed. Do not be alarmed as we restructure TBC into what it is meant to be. Our organisation is growing up and maturing, and we no longer have a need for official titles as we move forward. We started our leadership campaign 2 years ago by running elections in the fast-growing countries of TBC. So I'm wondering, is it just those ones with titles? Okay, now, as you can see by the poster above, that was a great success. There is no need to run any more elections moving forward. The voice of TBC has been replaced by the voices of TBC. Now, that happened earlier in the year. So, and that is correct. Thanks to the many broadcasters and to those that will become broadcasters ongoing into the future. The top 10 below, the voice of TBC consisted of 7 elected leaders and 3 appointed leaders, and each of them have served the TBC community in ways words cannot begin to describe. Each of them has my personal, eternal gratitude for their works and their results. So, Could they just be stepping down from their titles but still carry on with their work? It really warms my heart when I see leaders treated with respect and love, and it saddens me deeply when some cast unreasonable expectations on leaders and will even behave abusively towards them. That is not cool, people, not cool. I hope that by removing titles such as elected leader, that those that would demonstrate abusive behaviour would just stop and learn to support a leader when they step up. May every TBC member step up and take on leadership roles. By no means should this call for resignations diminish these leaders and their ongoing efforts to lead the TBC community. I mean, that is a selfish role, ladies and gentlemen. What our TBC leaders have done from the day the site went live is beyond words. Okay. The leadership structures each of them have built should remain in good standing without titles, and chains of command should stand strong regardless. This call for resignations is a necessary formality to put the world on notice that we are a people with leaders and don't require legal standing to march towards our mission and objectives for humanity. Wow. Titles imply legality, and we choose not to be limited to legal means to succeed at what we are doing for humanity. We refuse to fall into the legal traps and snares as we move forward. Do ideas require legal authority? That depends, doesn't it? It seems evil ideas love to wrap themselves in legal authority, don't they? Domicide is the murder of any person or people by their government. Oh my gosh. Including genocide, politicide, and mass murder. That is done legally. Do you get my point? Isn't ending poverty globally an idea based on goodness? There is so much evil in the world, people. It really is sad. We have thousands of years of proof that governments refuse to hear the cries of the poor to end poverty. All they do is make that problem worse. We cannot legally end poverty. We won't allow it. We also know violence is counterproductive to the objective to end poverty. So the people need to realise that the responsibility of ending poverty globally rests upon the people themselves and must accept it as an idea that does not require authority, a good idea. TBC is the money that will make that idea come true. But TBC itself doesn't need legal standing to succeed. Legal structures will naturally form around TBC to support it without obligation, like what we have seen happening already in the Philippines, when 110 native tribes accepted TBC as their legal currency. TBC gives these tribes the pathway out of legal oppression that they have suffered for hundreds of years. Okay, and there is the link to click on if you wish to read about the 110 tribes. When you read this agreement carefully, You will see it is free of obligations, any party, for any reason. Have you been brainwashed into believing that something needs legal standing to be in the right? I could go on and on here making this point, but for the sake of time, I will simply ask you to open up your mind to all of the responsibilities and consequences. One of the undesired consequences of passing out titles within the TBC community is that some felt entitled to abuse leaders holding a title. These people are wrong to think they can do that. So by removing the titles altogether, it should be clear we are all free to operate as we desire without the heavy burden of obligation on anyone's back, leader or not. If you see a leader doing good, support them. Don't expect more of them. That is wrong and slows us down. Our motto should be, do no harm. We should appreciate all contributions, even though they are small by comparison. We will get more of the things that we truly appreciate and recognize. So treat the leaders you see in the poster below with love and respect, and only place expectations upon oneself and not on any other. Sure, offer opportunities and make agreements freely as individuals where the benefits of such are mutual. Let's be givers and not takers in this world. Images of the resignation leaders will be placed at the bottom of this post to make it completely official. So here's the dragon with many heads, the old Hydra by Tart. So I'm just going into the chat room and saying, welcome, Adam Irene. Nice to see you. Jules Ann and Chiakatai Williams, hello there. Hope you enjoy my live broadcast. It's absolutely freezing in Perth, even though it was warm this morning. Right. Okay. I hope you get the meaning behind this picture. So as I start reading, you'll understand what it means. In a recent Send Button meeting, we told the viewers of our intent to become a Hydra-type organisation. In mythology, the Hydra is very difficult to kill because if you happen to cut off one of its heads, it will spontaneously grow back 2 more heads to replace the one that was chopped off. Okay. So if you happen to chop off this one, another 2 heads will sprout up somewhere else. So it will never become headless. By removing the targets off the backs of the leaders in the poster above, we will grow without concern of personal attack. It's foolish to chop away at the heads of the Hydra and futile towards any desired result. These leaders don't know admin personally, and only through occasional chat have we communicated. In fact, we hardly chat at all. Compared to the early days when we raised up these leaders. These leaders are well trained and good examples to follow. All of us are asked to become broadcasters and lead in that manner. We want to develop a Hydra with 1 million equal heads and become unbeatable when the elite wake up to our mass exodus from their systems of control. We are going our own way and we do not need the elite. We will not fight the elite head on. Ours is a flight from the fight. Do no harm, completely non-violent. Each head enjoys the abundance it deserves, and we are one. We know that silence is consent as far as the elite are concerned, and that is why we broadcast our ideas. And if you want to watch that video, here's the link here. Each of us will become masters of our own destiny, and we will cast off the chains that enslave us individually. Each of us must deprogram our minds to become free. And for many, that there one line, each of us must deprogram our minds to become free, is a very, very hard task for people that have been dependent on government benefits. I hope all of you in the TBC community will see the wisdom of this event and look within yourselves to find the strength to become a self-appointed leader that does no harm as you build your own kingdom. May the principles of light, righteousness, sincere gratitude, loyalty, friendship, mercy, forgiveness, justice for all, abundance, peace, love, joyful living, humility that comes from strength, kindness, generosity, and helpfulness guide your thoughts, words, and actions, knowing you are far from perfect while aspiring towards personal perfection. Wow. Be good to one another. Letters of resignation will come in here below. And this is Danilo Esamudo from the Republic of the Philippines, his resignation letter. This is from TBC elected leader Nigeria, yes, Bavo Sinano. As I see the names and the resignation letters, it is it makes it quite real that these men and women, resignation letter from South Africa, TBC elected leader Lawrence Butana Mololeke. Quite sad to read these, actually. TBC elected leader from Ghana, Augustus Danyo. TBC leader Cameroon, Mbe Derek. And I'm sure there's more to come. But just looking at all these resignation leaders, it's so sad that they are from the men, all these hardworking men, and there are women's resignations to come. They have spent 2 years tirelessly building the TBC community up. I can only but thank them from the bottom of my heart for and admin for creating TBC, the billion coin, because that sets us on a journey, a lifetime journey to become free of the chains that are tied around our necks. And when I mean the chains, there really are chains out there. And what's worse, it's been a systematic chain that have been tied to the necks of people for generations. for decades, not just the year 2017 to 2018. No, it's been decades of being chained to the elite. That is really, really, really disgusting, to be chained to any 1, 2, 3, or 6 people, all because they are greedy, money hungry people. So, like I said, I can only thank these TBC leaders for what they started, and along with myself. I mean, we are a membership of 3,200,000 plus at the moment. Just imagine if we had 1 million leaders, 1 million leaders like these gentlemen and women here. Just imagine that. And somebody in every city in the world, not country, city. If we had a leader in every single city in the world, it would make TBC, the billion coin, the most talked about coin there is. So, like I said, I can only but thank them for the hard work that they have started. I am just one person. There's a lot of me out there. There's a lot of TBCians out there. And I think when they, when you are given the gift, it's time to put your face in front of the camera and start talking about TBC and about what the gift of receiving TBC will do for you. I've had it for over 14 months. I have been in TBC for over 14 months. And I think, I talk, I walk on the shoes of TBCians. So I am totally immersed in everything TBC. When you get like that, no matter what people say about government policies and government's going to do this and government's going to do that, government's going to take away this away from you, they're going to take away this money from you. TBC won't do that, because you will be the government. You will be your own banker. You will be your own leader. That is what it's giving us. The opportunities that TBC is giving us is far outstretches what the government is giving us. Government only gives me a headache. But like I said, I am totally immersed in everything TBC. So I just wanted to say my live broadcast on this. When I saw it yesterday evening, I was very sad to see that the leaders, especially when I got to seeing their resignation letters signed. I mean, that really is. When you sign something legal like that, send it and date it, that is a legal document. So, like I said, they have stepped down from their title. They have not stepped down from TBC. It's time for you to step up. This is Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia. Really would like to thank my lovely ladies that have joined me in this afternoon's live session. Thank you, ladies. Jules, Tiokatai, Adam, Irene, thank you for joining me today. I know I just put my live link up at the last minute. So this is Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia, saying good night. You'll see me here 4 p.m. tomorrow, same time, same channel, different topic. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Bye.